And good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's masterclass titled Biotechnology Revolution in Healthcare. We are delighted to welcome the speaker for today, Dr. ManoBala ma'am, a researcher with over a decade of experience in biotechnology, spanning medical devices, peptide therapeutics, and biofilms. She holds a postdoctoral degree from IIT Delhi and has received several honors, including the IAS Fellowship, CSIR UGC Award, and the AVSAR DST Award as well. She also has a patent filed for a novel peptide sequence targeting pathogens. Dr. ManoBala has worked in both industry and academia and is currently working as an assistant professor at SaiU University, teaching for biological sciences, biotechnology, and leading research and practical aspects as well. So with that, a very warm welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nellai, for that introduction. Can you just confirm whether my screen is visible, Nellai?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is perfectly visible.
Yeah. I'll get started. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the session. So myself, Dr. ManoBala. So I teach both in School of Arts and Science and also in School of Technology. I am basically a BTech, MTech biotech graduate. So I'm here to take you through different aspects of biotech, one of which is the vaccine development, drugs, and also the diagnostic part. So today's webinar is titled The Biotech Engine Powering Modern Medicines, Turning Biology into Vaccines, Diagnostics, and Therapy. So before getting started, quickly there is a Mentimeter quiz for you. If you can quickly scan this QR code and answer the question, I'll just wait for a couple of minutes so that I can understand what is the thought that you have regarding the aspect of medicine with biotechnology. So this will help me in designing the further slides and further webinar. So quickly, can you answer all these questions? There's just one question. You can quickly answer. I'm viewing it.
Participants, if you can scan the QR code and answer any of the questions, so probably ma'am can proceed forward. And also, ma'am, if you can have the link, if you can put it in the chat box, probably that would be easy.
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah.
Thanks, ma'am.
I think the chat is with host only. You can paste that link to the audiences.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Ma'am, sorry, a quick help. So I couldn't able to copy it. So I think in the same window, you can select everyone.
I'll send the QR code. Give me a minute.
Sure.
I think people are answering. I'm getting responses.
Then let's go. In the same, ma'am, send to panelist, right? So you can click the drop down. You can.
Yeah. I'm not able to send to the audiences.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. But I can see responses. They are responding, Nellai. That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got some good responses. So the question was, which word would you associate most with biotechnology? So the options were vaccines, medicines, research labs, future carriers, and all of the above. So many have voted for all of the above, which includes vaccines, medicines, research lab, and of course, future carriers. So with that small icebreaker session, we will move on to the next to the session. So, now how healthcare looked earlier. So, around 50 years or some few decades back, how really was this healthcare division, which is the medicine which I am talking about. So, how the doctors used to prescribe medicines based mostly based on the symptoms. So if it was like one size fits all treatment, like there were very few medicines. So with a very overlapping symptoms of different diseases, patients were given the same medicines repeatedly. So we were not able to find out the root cause of that particular disease, but we were trying to just nullify the symptoms. So that was the work of a doctor as well. So doctors did not try to diagnose any diseases for the first place, because the availability of different medicines or diagnostic care were also very few. So that also we should keep in mind. So the options of medicines were very less. So just depending on the symptoms, doctors were prescribing us medicines. So that's the trial and error medicines. And of course, limited diagnostics. Very few tools were there to diagnose the disease. Diagnostic means identifying what is this disease. You go to a doctor with a cough, whether the doctor will diagnose whether it is a cough caused by a bacteria or whether this is a cough caused by a virus. Many doctors don't do that. That was not at all there some few decades before. And one treatment for everyone. So there were no personalized treatment. Every humans are different. Every genome composition of humans are different. But the doctors were not able to check in that aspects. They just gave medicines depending on symptoms, and a same therapy for diverse patients, diverse populations were given. And of course, slow drug discovery. So this is a very important thing, because we say that there is no drugs in the market for the cancer. Not all cancers are same. We just say cancer, but there are different types of cancer, and each cancer, for example, are caused by different parameters. One is genetic, another is not genetic. So but still we have bottleneck in developing drugs. So this slow drug discovery was also a very big reasons for the doctors to prescribe similar medicines for varied disease and varied sector of populations. So from here we have moved very far away. So this breakthrough in medicines was possible because of the development of better understanding in terms of the humans, not only humans, a better, deeper understanding of cells, what are your gene composition, how far you are different from the other, how is age factor playing a role in the human metabolism. So many factors were able to come out because of the drastic development of the field of biotechnology. So this biotechnology field acts as an engine for the modern medicine. I use the term engine here because it is able to drive the medicine field. So you just keep in mind, doctors just prescribe medicines, but it is the biotechnology scientists or the graduates who can design a medicine, who can design a drug. So that's where this biotech field has a lot of scope when it comes to the field of medicines as well. So, as I said, the molecular disease understanding. We not only understood how human body works, how the cellular mechanism works, we were also able to understand how the disease progresses in our human body, how a pathogen, for example, COVID virus, how the COVID virus is able to attack us. What is the composition of the virus that is harmful to the humans? And what is the immune factor that a body can use to fight against the viruses? So these sort of understanding, both in terms of human and also in terms of the pathogen that is going to attack us, has helped us to drive the field of medicine with the help of biotechnology. And faster diagnostic, yes, of course, rapid test and sequencing. So sequencing has been a very big tool to drive a lot of drug discoveries in biotech. So sequencing is it's not a simple task, it's a very big task. So our human genome is fully sequenced. You might be having an understanding of how long our human DNA is. So, this sequencing of human DNA has helped us to understand different disease parameters and, of course, the human composition, how we are responding to diseases. How can our genome prone to us to different diseases? Not two humans are same. Asians are different from Europeans. So, how far this genome sequencing helps us in better tackling these diseases have also been shown to the world with the help of biotechnology tools and targeted therapies. So, targeted therapies is, I would like to remind you of the previous discussions where we had on prescribing the same drug for different diseases. So, that is not there now, right? So, that has come with the understanding of the molecular mechanisms, and this has led to development of precision drugs. That is, for one disease, this is the drug. For a bacterial infection, the drug A can be used. For a viral infection, drug X has to be used. And the vaccine for the bacteria is BCG or some other vaccines. And the vaccine for virus is a mRNA vaccine. So this sort of understanding has helped us to move forward in precision drugs as well. And this has paved way for the preventive healthcare field, which is predicting the possibility of the progression in disease as you age, depending on the genome composition. It's like the genetic factors or the genetic diseases that you inherit that can be easily predicted. That has this is possible with the help of the sequencing and also the whole genome sequencing of humans. So these all factors are the driving force of the biotech field, which has helped the medicine field to progress better, which and that has helped in a better patient recovery. So, what is really a biotech defined? So, this is biotechnology involves using living systems to solve problems. This combines biology with technology and, of course, some engineering compounds and, of course, data science components. So, this data science has become more importance after gained more importance after the lot of boom in AI sector. So, one of the field which generates a lot of data is the biology field. It's not only biology, biotechnology, and of course medicines, because these all involve the humans, right? So this comes with a lot of data, and even the AI scientists want to solve many problems of these medicines and biotechnology field, particularly. Which can help in terms of automations also. So this biotech field drives a lot of vaccines, diagnostic therapies, and of course, personalized medicine. So this I'm talking in terms of only the medicine sector, which is the scope of this talk. So where biotechnology fits in healthcare. So it's not only the medicines, there are different aspects. So mainly we'll be seeing about the vaccines, the diagnostic parts, and also the drugs. So detection and devices. So disease detection, which is the diagnostics. So first, when we go to any doctor, the doctor try to find out what is the infection that you have got. Like you give it for a blood test, right? So that is a disease detection. Point of care diagnostics. So point of care diagnostics, very simple example is a glucose meter that you can have it, you can get it over the counter in the pharmacy. Sorry. So you can just prick your finger and get your glucose estimator. So when you look into the principle of how the glucose meter works, it's just a simple enzyme reaction. So there is a small enzyme in that which reacts with the glucose that is there in your blood, and it is calibrated to a small device. That device gives you quantitatively how much glucose is there in your blood. Simple. So that is an enzyme reaction which has a principal link to a biotechnology. Yes. And molecular test and sequences. Yes, the genome sequencing. image agents, and biosensors. So biosensors examples, as I told, glucometers and other tests that they do in the diagnostic labs to determine the vital parameters in your blood, like glucose, the RBCs count, WBCs count, and different things. Or everything has a base of a diagnostic kit into it. And imaging agents. So particularly when it comes to screening any of your body with example, screening your lungs or any x-rays, so that also has a biotechnology principle behind it. Coming to the another sector, therapeutics and vaccines. So this involves drug and vaccine development and advanced cell and gene therapies. So these are all for disease related. Once the diagnostics is over, how the disease can be cured. In that aspects, therapies and vaccines, how the disease can be prevented. And we have also moved towards personalized medicine. So we will see that later in the slides. And also mRNA platform for vaccine development. So this is also a very big breakthrough, which we will see in the forthcoming slides. So biotechnology in vaccines. So, very common example of a vaccine that we take immediately once the baby is born is BCG. So there is a drastic exponential development in the vaccines. So there is a quick comparison of the traditional vaccines and the modern vaccines. So in the traditional vaccines, we have been using whole inactivated live attenuated pathogens. Uh, Sorry, give me a minute. Yeah. So in the traditional vaccines, we were using whole inactivated or live attenuated pathogen, meaning the older vaccines were mostly inactivated pathogens. For example, the polio virus, polio vaccine that you take is an inactivated polio virus, meaning the virus is killed and it is given to you. Okay, that is given as a vaccine. That comes with a lot of pros and cons, and these have a proven long history of effectiveness. They have been very much effective. And one bottleneck with the traditional vaccines were longer development and scale up problems. So longer development meaning uh, uh, once the disease outbreak is there, from that time to the common public gets the vaccine, there will be around 10 to 15 years of time in a very traditional vaccine setup, where the disease pathogenicity has to be studied, what sort of vaccine will be suitable for the disease has to be understood, and thus the vaccine development starts in a very step-by-step process. And the scale up time was a very big problem. So when you want an inactivated virus, you have to grow the virus in a larger amount, right? You have to grow them, you have to kill them, you have to formulate them in such a way that humans are not getting any diseases because of it. That has to be properly formulated, and then that will come as a vaccine, in a small bottle. Okay. So that's how the traditional vaccines were working. The scale up was a problem because growing a virus in a lab condition maybe sounds a little difficult, and it is still more difficult when it comes to handling these pathogens. So this was avoided when small bacteria were used as a host to kill all these to host to use these vaccines. So instead of giving the whole killed virus as a vaccine, we were able to give a small portion of protein from that virus and produce that protein in the lab condition using another system like bacteria. So the bacteria was used as a machine to produce all these proteins. The bacteria was designed in such a way that is what is called the recombinant vaccines. The engineered proteins were given to the bacteria, and the bacteria was easily able to grow in a lab condition, and that particular protein was extracted from the bacteria in different downstream processes, and that protein was given as a vaccine. So this easily helped us to expedite the process of vaccine production. So the very good example is the after the onset of COVID, we quickly we were able to come up with a vaccine, right? We didn't go through the traditional vaccine process. We were able to quickly understand the pathogenicity of the COVID virus. We were able to understand how the virus invades the host is the human, and then quickly we found out what is the weak point in that virus. So usually the vaccines are designed to the weak point of that particular pathogen. So that was identified. When it comes to COVID, it was the spike protein, the outer membrane protein of the virus. That was the weakest point of that virus. So that spike protein was taken, and against it, the vaccines were quickly developed. That was mostly mRNA vaccines and recombinant vaccines. We were able to quickly produce it and deliver it to the common people. So that's how, from a traditional vaccines, we have moved to a modern vaccines. So particularly mRNA vaccines are very much upcoming, because this mRNA vaccines, in contrary to the traditional vaccines where we give killed pathogens, mRNA vaccines are almost not harmful to the human body, because this mRNA vaccines teach our immune system to produce proteins which are similar to the viral protein, and that can help us to gain memory of the infections. Like, instead of giving the whole killed bacteria, we are training the immune system of our body to produce mRNA proteins, which are signature proteins of that particular pathogens. And that mRNA protein can teach our immune system that if this pathogen is going to attack you, this is how you have to respond. So these mRNA vaccines are still more efficient and easy to produce, and of course easy to scale up. So this is with respect to vaccines. And biotechnology in diagnostics. Yes, this has been a very big boom in biotechnology sector, because diagnostic forms the basis of giving any drugs to the patient. When you diagnose the disease properly, you are half done. Your 80% of the disease is almost cured. Giving the correct drug to the patient depends on how precisely and how accurately you diagnose that particular disease. So rapid test kits for bedside screening. So this kits have really helped in checking the vital parameters of any patients who are bedridden, and giving them the proper intervention in proper and accurate time. And molecular diagnostic using PCR. Again, I will take the example of COVID virus. So here, the first step for COVID screening was the RT-PCR, right? So used to give the nasal sample. From that, the particular virus genome was amplified with the help of RT-PCR, which is a very simple technique. Within 3 hours, you will get the result whether you are infected with virus S or no. This is a perfect example of quantitative and qualitative estimation of the virus in diagnostic sector. So that's a very RT-PCR is a it's a very simple, and at a time you can do many samples in that particular machine of RT-PCR. At a time you can analyze different samples, varied patient samples, and the results are almost 100% precise. And this has helped us in early disease detection and also monitoring. So this has helped us in monitoring the progression of the diseases also. So, like after the COVID outbreak was over, after we were getting second wave, third wave infections also, but there is close monitoring of these viruses nowadays. So, how they do is sorry, they take the blood samples. They also check the sewage samples, because that is where the viruses are excreted also. And in a particular population, if you see, the sewage waste is an indication of how the population is being having any diseases or not. So these sort of tests are also being continuously done throughout India, where they check the sewage waste for all these indicators of viruses. So that helps us in keeping a check on the progression of the diseases. So diagnostics not only helps us in prescribing the correct drug for the disease, it also helps us in maintaining the proper check of the disease, whether there is going to be whether there is going to be a surge in that infection, whether the population is properly under control for this. And this also helps us in checking whether the vaccines are properly functional in the common people group. Yeah. So this is about diagnostics. Yeah, drug development. So, so biotechnology is incomplete if I don't talk about drug development. So this slide gives you the 5 important steps of the drug development. The first one, discovery. So identify the targets, design molecules, and validate the concepts in the lab. So discovery is a very important step. So why I'm taking through all the 5 steps is, you will really understand what is the role as a biotechnologist you can contribute when it comes to a drug development. So discovery, identify the targets. So target here, as I told, the weak point in that pathogen, where if you are able to attack, the pathogen is killed. So this is the largest time consuming step. And with the advent of a lot of technologies like in biotechnology, particularly after genome sequencing, lot of bioinformatics, and of course a lot of automation, the process of target identification has become a little simpler. Okay, we don't spend years in discovering the targets to attack any targets against any pathogen. It has become very easier. Okay, so you would have known about the tool AlphaFold, right? AlphaFold was a bioinformatic tool which can predict the structure of protein. Yes, so this tool was given Nobel Prize in the previous year. And this tool, when you give any protein sequence, it will give the structure of that particular protein sequence. So most of our vaccines or drugs that we give to the patients are protein in nature. You can in silico, with the help of computer, you can design drugs and test those drugs in silico conditions with a lot of online tools that are available. So that has really expedited the process of drug discovery. And of course, preclinical studies. So with all these mouse models and different organisms that can have a parallel with the humans, like the mice, like the rabbits. So those all these drugs are tested, preclinical testing. So these are also done by biotechnology graduates. And clinical trials, of course, their safety and effectiveness of this particular drug within the population is tested. This is also done by the biotech companies. And approval. Once all these concrete evidence of a particular target, particular drug is proved in a patient setup, that can go for an approval. So that approval is from the regulatory side. And this regulatory body, which is CDSCO for India, will evaluate all these parameters, check whether all these studies done by the biotech is valid, and they will then give the approval to send this drug to the market. So here also in the regulatory domain also, which is most of, it's not a most of wet lab work, it's a dry lab work. Here also there is scope of biotechnology graduates to have an employment. And finally, when it reaches the patients also, there is continuous monitoring with the patients, how the new drug is performing in the market. Okay. So a very good example of this drug development I can give is the semaglutide drug that is having a very big hype for the obese patients, right? You might be knowing of the semaglutide drug. So you take the injection in 30 days, you are going to reduce some 15 to 18 kg, right? So that's a very good example of a drug. So that drug simply works on, it mimics a protein in our body, which is GLP-1 protein, glucagon L peptide 1 protein. So what does GLP-1 protein does to the body is it will calm your appetite. It will send a signal to the brain that you are not having any appetite, you are not going to take any food, the stomach is full, you have a lot of glucose in your body. So this protein is being sent to our body in a higher amount. That is semaglutide. Semaglutide mimics GLP-1. So you don't feel that appetite, you don't eat more food. So in turn, you lose weight. So you see, a small protein becomes mimicking that protein, you get a drug. So this discovery was also, it didn't follow the traditional vaccine development process, and it was really fastened with the help of all these discovery platforms that is available. Yes, so that's about the drug. And one more sector which is upcoming is the personalized therapies. As I'm repeatedly telling, each humans are different, and each human have different genetic composition. So this is a very futuristic approach for the therapies, where once the baby is born, the baby's the genetic DNA is fully sequenced, and from that DNA, you predict whether the baby can get this disease or not. So, like you have the fingerprint of the genome is created for that particular baby, and once that gives an indication, whether the genome sequence gives an indication of any disease, the patient is previously given the treatment beforehand. Before the disease develops in your body, the baby or the person is given the drug. So this is like an advanced treatment that happens, and this is a little bit of costlier side, because sequencing a whole genome for an human involves lakhs of money. And once that is done, but you can save a life with the help of that genomic sequencing, particularly when it comes to a personalized medicines. Yeah. So why biotechnology matters today? So with a lot of one simple thing that I can say is, whenever till we have the humans on earth, there will be disease and there will be problems coming up which requires medical attention, which will of course drag the biotechnology field into it. So global health challenges, biotech drives vaccines and of course diagnostic development. And with the emerging diseases, yes, we have with the lot of mutations that are happening, we have a lot of diseases also coming up. So, and one example of this is antibiotic resistance. So we have been taking a lot of antibiotics, and which is have led to antibiotic resistance, and which we require a lot of new therapies and alternative antimicrobials. And we have a lot of aging populations, and we are trying to give personalized medicines and also advanced therapies to save this aging populations. And not only aging populations, we have a lot of new work related diseases which are coming up to individuals in a very young stage. So to approach all these, the new drug discovery, new vaccine discovery, new diagnostics is very much needed. And of course, carrier relevance. You have a lot of options when you try exploring the biotech field. So some of which are here. Yes, there are a lot of questions whether biotechnology is employable. Of course, as I was telling throughout the session, there are a lot of avenues for biotech graduates to jump in, particularly in aligning with the medicinal field, like industry and research sector, rising demand for biotech skills, particularly in the medicine field. And this is a very skill-based, practically trained discipline, and it's a professional degree, right? So it has, you should have a lot of good lab skills when you want to become a biotechnologist. So that's very important, because once you have the good wet lab skills, you can easily target your employability to anywhere in industry, anywhere in research, or even in, you can have an entrepreneurship options also. And there is opportunities in India and global, and the opportunities are wide in because this can have parallel different sectors coming together to give an employment to a graduate. Yeah. So mainly when it comes to three sectors: clinical, healthcare and hospitals, and diagnostics; industry, pharma, biotech industries, and also medical device manufacturers; research and entrepreneurship, so research laboratories, startups, and innovations hubs. So you can jump between these options. You can easily scale up your skills. You can have a better wet lab skills, and you can explore the opportunities in wide different sectors that are available when you are a biotechnology graduate. So it's up to you to explore. Even this medical device manufacturers, you may not be, you might be thinking this involves a lot of electronics, mechanical. Yes, of course, there is a need for biotech graduates there as well, because the understanding of the biological aspects is very much important to devise a medical kit or a medical device. So I have worked in a medical device company for few years. So with that example, I am telling there is a lot of scope in medical devices sectors also, which is highly overlooked by a lot of biotech graduates. They just think it is only research, or if there is no research, I have to come to academia. It's not like that. So there are a lot of options which you can explore. Yes. So at SaiU University, we offer three programs under School of Technology: BTech Biotechnology, BTech in Environmental Engineering, and BTech in Biomedical Engineering. So the first cohort of BTech Biotechnology is already there with us. And the other two programs of BTech Environmental Engineering and BTech Biomedical Engineering, so we'll be kickstarting from this academic year. So our syllabus is framed in such a way that 80% of the GATE syllabus is covered in our biotechnology syllabus. So it covers all the major areas of biotech, including cell, molecular biology, genetics, microbiology, and we have a state-of-the-art laboratory facility at our university. And from a very young year, like 2 years, 3 years of study, you are given an opportunity for internships, be it in India or abroad. You are given the essence of research in a very early stage, which is a very unique thing of studying BTech biotechnology and other programs in SaiU University. And of course, you have the options of exploring different interdisciplinary studies, interdisciplinary skills also at SaiU University. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all so much. So if you have any queries, I am here to answer. Thank you. Nele? Hello? Am I audible? Hello? Hello. If you have any queries, I can answer.
Ma'am, I think one from Ruhi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I read it off for you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm going through it. It's
Okay.
okay. Yes, Ruhi, you are eligible to apply for a BTech environmental engineering program, and I'm not really understanding. I opted for environmental systems. Okay. Yes. So this environmental engineering syllabus will also cover the systems and societal aspects and also the sustainability aspects. Yes. So if you are interested in that direction, so a BTech environmental engineering program will be a good option. Yes, Ruki. If you have any follow-up questions, you can answer. You can ask me. So Advika has asked Nele, will the recording of the webinar be available?
Yes, ma'am. I
I think
replied.
it will be
Yeah.
available, and he can, we'll be sharing the link, right? We can do
Yes, ma'am.
that, Nile?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I've replied her as well. So I think we will share. It will be uploaded in our YouTube channel probably in a couple of days. So I think then you
Yeah.
can very well look forward.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be getting the recording.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Meanwhile, in case of meanwhile, if there are any questions, so one final, question from
Hmm.
to you.
Hmm.
So, if we can summarize why School of Technology at SaiU University, right? Be it BTech, Biotech, or we have biomedical
Yeah.
engineering or environmental engineering. So, why, in your perspective, why BTech? I mean, School of Technology at SaiU University, a student
Yeah.
can take. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as I have told previously, also we offer 3 degree. It's BTech Biotechnology, BTech Environmental Engineering, and BTech in Biomedical Engineering. So, School of Technology offers all these 3 courses, and the syllabus of these courses align with the GATE syllabus, and we have. And our board of members, we have different people from all the top research institutions, and also a representative from abroad who have supported in designing the syllabuses, and adding to it, we have the dean, and we are 3 of the faculties who will be teaching at School of Technology. And apart from that, we have a good lab facility, state of art lab facility, and we have 3 funded projects running in the School of Technology, and these projects have been funded by Ministry of Earth Science and from the Tamil Nadu Education Board as well. So yeah, one very highlighting and unique aspect of School of Technology is that uh, you will be exposed to research in a very young stage of your BTech degree, and you will be given options of doing internships both in industries and also in research lab, and this will help you to understand in what way you are good at, whether I'm good at this, whether I'm good at that, how should I fine tune my career pathway. So in that aspects, we will be able to give you a lot of different avenues, and and in this way we will be supporting you for not only internships and also different placements opportunities, and we will also support you in finding out a lot of fellowships or any other jobs. So you will have good set of seniors with whom you can really enjoy growing together. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is one more questions which I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So is there a BSc honors for biotechnology? It is biotechnology is BTech biotechnology program, Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology. This is a 4-year program. Okay, so BSc honors meaning it comes under School of Arts and Science. We have BSc in Biological Sciences. Okay, we have a honors program, BSc honors in Biological Sciences. Yes, I think that should be clear. So BSc honors, we have a Biological Sciences program. For biotech, it is B.Tech in Biotechnology. Yeah, hope that is clear.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, is there any questions? Final call for questions. You can put in the chat box. So it can be related to topic or to the, admissions of undergrad program as well.
Yeah, you can unmute and talk as well. If you have any doubts, you can talk.
Yes. You can raise your hand. I can enable you to talk. Uh, Also, meanwhile, I think a few of them are already applied, and I think few are on the verge of completion as well for the applications. So kindly spread the
Okay.
word to your friends. So applications are open for 2026 admissions at SaiU University. So apply early. I can post the apply link. And if at all you need to connect with our faculty team, and especially ma'am, you can write to our admissions team, and they will organize a one-on-one session with you, with the faculty team.